joining me right now is none other than Will Sasso. You know him from Mad TV fame. He is back with an ABC show on Wednesdays, United We Fall. Will, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I am so tickled pink to have you on the show. I don't mean to date myself or date you either, but I grew up watching you on Mad TV. You were hands down my favorite person. I knew anytime you walked on to do a skit, I was going to love it.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. Cheers. I remember the 90s, right? It was the 90s?
It was the 90s. Yes, indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
So when you first got cast as an original cast member in Mad TV, did you have any idea that it was going to have success, or were you guys scared that maybe it wasn't going to have the legs that it ended up having?
Well, I ended up joining in the third season, and the veteran cast who had been there for a couple of years was like, literally, I remember them going like, hey, this isn't going to last long, so, know your lines and get some footage for your demo reel. And it just kept getting picked up every year. And by season 5, we were kind of like, okay, we could, we're not quite going to get the Happy Days pickup, but, 3 seasons or something. But I think everyone can go out there and, rent a nicer apartment or something. That was, yeah. So we were shocked that it kept coming back, but, it did.
Will Sasso joins us right now. The new show on ABC is United We Fall, which does not sound like a comedy title. Can you tell us a little bit about what to expect with United We Fall?
Yeah, it's about a couple, Bill and Joe, who it's literally them against everybody. They are the United in the United We Fall. And Bill's mom, my character's mom, played by the legendary Jane Curtin, is raining down on the two of them all the time, telling them how to parent their 2 small children, as well as Christina's older brother, Christina Vidal, who plays Joe. Her older brother, Chewy, played by Guillermo Diaz. Another fella who's trying to tell these two how to parent. Basically, in a world where everyone is against them, and like a lot of married couples with children find themselves, it's them against the world. And they are very unorthodox with their parenting, but they love their children and their family very much. And the cool thing about the show is that the writer-creator, Julius Sharp, has based it on his real, actual life. And his wife, Stephanie Escajado, is also a writer-producer on the show. Each of these situations come from their lives and the lives of the rest of the writers. So it's a real treat to play when something is extremely absurd, but you have standing right there, people that have lived it. And these two are very unorthodox parents and are just doing it with a lot of love, like a lot of couples out there who have kids and don't really have a roadmap.
If you're just joining us, Will Sasso is my guest right now. The new show on ABC is United We Fall. Aside from it being work, that's the hard thing about being an actor, is you're laid off all the time after things end. Aside from this being work, you got the script. What about this was like, yeah, I want to be involved?
Well, I was familiar with Julius. He's the writer. He's also a Family Guy writer, and he's a very funny guy. And when I read the script, I really dug it. I thought it was quite relatable, and it was just like a nice family comedy that within a script that actually made me laugh. Which, as an actor, you should be so fortunate to come across a script like that. So in pursuing the project, it was great to meet Julius and I go, oh, this guy's a super mellow, laid-back, funny guy. And then from there, it was like, you're trying to get gigs and stuff. You're trying to keep working and all that. And when you can work for a living on something that you enjoy as much as this with people that are, we got a really kind group of people. I consider myself beyond lucky, and there's no world in which I don't want to do this show,
Wow. That's awesome. Will Sasso, couple remaining moments with him. Again, the new show is on ABC. It's United We Fall. Will, years ago, we got the chance to interview David Spade. And as he was coming up in his SNL career and people started to recognize him, he said he was at a house party. He was standing in line for the bathroom. And who in front of him is there but Sir Paul McCartney? And he had a moment of, yeah, okay, I might be famous, but this is Paul McCartney. Did you ever have a moment as you were coming up in your career that someone that you admired recognized you, or you ran into someone who you wouldn't even believe that you got the chance to be in the same room, let alone have a conversation with?
Yeah, many times. I always am, looking around going, what the heck? It's like you're trying to, you're an actor or whatever, and it's a weird sort of, in a way, it's a sort of a self-focusing pursuit, and then, Jack Nicholson walks in the room, and everyone realizes they're a bunch of ants.
Right.
I've been floored. I remember doing a little bit or whatever on camera and it was just like a real life thing. I was actually a Mad TV thing. And Warren Beatty was there. He did a couple of, remember Heaven Wait was at Bonnie and Clyde? I can't remember. But anyway, here's the legendary Warren Beatty, and you're just reduced to where you're just like, what am I? What am I even? The movie stars don't even exist anymore, So to see people like that, yeah, it's ridiculous, and we're all kids,
Well, that's how we feel when we're around you. Will Sasso, the new show is on ABC. It is United We Fall, Wednesdays. Will, thank you so much for taking the time. You come back.
That was a lie, but I appreciate it, and thank you so much for having me.